Hi, everyone. I hope everyone at home is safe and well. And today I'm going to switch our read alouds up a little bit. We have been reading fiction stories, and I've been sending you fiction stories to listen to. Fiction stories are made up stories, which means that they are fake. Mac and cheese is a made up story. There aren't two cats that talk to each other. That is fake. It is not real. Or, in other words, it is a fiction story. It's very fake. Today, we're now going to switch to reading nonfiction, which is real information. And a nonfiction book is set up a little bit different than a fiction book. In a fiction story, you have to start from the beginning and read every single page to understand the story. But a nonfiction book, which is a book about real facts, you can read this book in some different ways. Here's a nonfiction book called Bugs. It has information about all different types of bugs. Now, I don't want to read the entire book today. I just want to read a few things. So when I looked through it, I noticed that the book, Bugs, is sectioned or has parts that have to do with each type of bug. And there is a header on top of the words to let me know what that page is about. So I flagged 2 pages. And we're just going to read 2 pages right now. And I'm only going to read to you 2 different types of facts for 2 different bugs. The first bug that I chose were ants. I chose this because when I read it, I don't really like ants so much, but after I heard about it, after I read the information, it was really interesting. Ants. Ants thrive everywhere except high in the mountains or where it's very cold. Each ant in the colony works. Some babysits the eggs, and others take out the waste. Still others look for food. Every ant has 2 stomachs. Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know ants had 2 stomachs. One is used to feed itself, and the second stores food that the ant shares with others. Now, I want you also to notice that on these pages, they have a little box that says, "Did you know?" You can choose whether to skip that and read it later, or you can read it at the same time that you're reading the other text. So this is a fact about ants in the box, "Did you know?" Ants have inner jaws for chewing and outer jaws for carrying and digging. I didn't know that ants had 2 sets of jaws for doing 2 different types of work, an inner and outer jaw. This is your jaw. So ants have 2 sets of these? That's kind of crazy, but they are ants. So I learned on this page that ants like to live in warm places. So they don't show up high in the mountains because it's pretty cool up there. And ants have 2 stomachs. I didn't know that. That's a neat, interesting fact. So now I'm going to leave this page. I don't really want to read about the hornets right now. I want to read about another insect. And this insect caught my eye. I love fireflies. It's probably one of the only insects that I really, really, really enjoy looking at. Fireflies, I know, come out in the summer. So let's see what information this book has about fireflies. Fireflies live near marshes, ponds, and wooded areas all over the world. You can't see. They like a warm, humid climate. Chemicals inside their bodies help them give off light. Fireflies flash their lights in different patterns to communicate with each other. They're talking to each other through their flashing of their lights. That's interesting. Firefly larvae also give off light and are called glowworms. That means the fireflies that are in the eggs can still light up before they're even born. That's interesting. And those are called glowworms. Their light warns other insects not to eat them. And now I can read the did you know fact. And it says fireflies are most active at twilight. That's in between where it's super, super light and super, super dark, where the sun is setting and it's a little dim outside. So it's not super bright or not super dark. And that's when most fireflies like to come out. Wow, I just learned lots of different interesting facts just about ants and about fireflies. I learned that ants have 2 stomachs and fireflies talk with their flashing lights. That's so cool. We're going to save the rest of this book for another day, but I want you to know that if you have a nonfiction book like this at home, you don't always have to read them from front to back. You can read just the sections that you want to learn about. And again, we just read nonfiction, which is real information, which is different than a story. I'm going to attach a sheet that you're going to fill out. Please try to remember one thing that you learned about ants and one thing you learned about fireflies. Type it down or have someone help you type what you learned about both of those insects. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the information. See you soon. Bye.